Entomology is the biology of insects and it is divided into two parts. One the basic entomology and the other applied entomology, which are complementary to each other. The basic entomology deals with morphology, physiology, embryology, biochemistry, endocrinology, and taxonomy. The applied entomology, on the other hand, deals with welfare of the beneficial and destructive insects. The sericulture, apiculture, and lac culture are developed as the most flourishing agro-industries. The destructive insects, since ancient times, pose a serious threat to the mankind as they are destroying various agricultural crops and adversely affecting domestic animals and the public health. Because of this reason, independent branches of applied entomology, such as agricultural entomology, forest entomology, veterinary entomology, and medical entomology, have emerged and rapidly grown to a great extent. Entomology has played a vital role in the establishment of various modern biosciences such as the cytology and genetics, parasitology, toxicology, molecular biology, endocrinology, and biotechnology, etc. The vast development of entomology is linked to the unchallenged supremacy of the insects among the living world. They form the largest fauna of all living animals inhabiting the earth and have occupied almost all ecological niches. From the frozen Antarctica to the dry deserts, springs, high mountains, and of course, they have equally dominated the water, land, and air. A large number of insects are well adapted to stay on or inside the animal as well as the plant body. The insects originated in the lower Devonian period and are considered to be the descent of Symphyla, Myriapoda, or Protoptera. They are as small as the protozoa, 0.2 mm long, Trichopterid, Myanmar, and as large as medium-sized vertebrate, 75 cm long, Meganeura. Insect and characteristics. The insects are the unique arthropods bearing distinct head, thorax, and abdomen, a single pair of antennae, 3 pairs of walking legs or hexapoda, 1 or 2 pairs of wings, pterygota, and a long abdomen bearing distally the genital appendages. The insects are the truncate arthropods and the integument is composed of chitinous cuticle by virtue of which it molds repeatedly during the post-embryonic development. The body of the insect is basically composed of 6 segmented head, 3 segmented thorax, and 12 segmented abdomen. But the entire body organization is evolved so widely that the living insects are grouped into 29 distinct orders, and each order consists of a large number of families and subfamilies, embodying a number of genera and species. Some of the widely diversified evolutionary trends can be understood from the following features. The head. We just mentioned distinct head, thorax, and abdomen are various parts. A single pair of antennae, 3 pairs of walking legs or hexapoda, 1 or 2 pairs of wings, pterygota, and a long abdomen bearing distantly the genital appendages. The insects are the truncate arthropods, and the integument is composed of chitinous cuticle by virtue of which it molds repeatedly during the post-embryonic development. The body of the insect is basically composed of 6 segmented head, 3 segmented thorax, and 12 segmented abdomen. But the entire body organization is evolved so widely that the living insects are grouped into 29 distinct orders, and each order consisting of a large number of families and subfamilies embodying a number of genera and species. Some of the widely diversified evolutionary trends can be understood from the following features. First feature, the head. Anterior most part of the body is developed as hypognathous orthopteroid insects, prognathous diptera, or opistognathous hemiptera head. Which type? Hypognathous, prognathous, or opistognathous. The antennae. They are paired uniramous cephalic appendages and are generally modified structures. They can be classified into the following types: cetaceous, bristle-like, odonata, filiform, thread-like, blattidae. Cetaceous, bristle-like, odonata, filiform, thread-like, blattidae. Then moniliform, bead-like. Cetaceous, bristle-like, filiform, thread-like, moniliform, bead-like. Serrate, saw-like, pectinate, comb-like, clavate, clubbed, capitate, knobed, lamellate, leaf-like, geniculate, elbowed, plumose with intersegmental hair circlets. Once again, cetaceous means bristle-like, filiform like thread-like, moniliform bead-like, serrate saw-like, pectinate comb-like, clavate clubbed, capitate knobed, lamellate leaf-like, and geniculate elbow-shaped. Then plumose with intersegmental hair circlets, stylate with a style, aristate with a bristle. The feeding organs and mechanisms. They are adapted to various types of feeding habits, mostly because of extreme evolution of their mouthparts. Chewing, biting mouthparts, primitive orthopteroid insects. Chewing, biting mouthparts, a rasping, sucking type with a single mandibulate and paired maxillary, short stylets. Then piercing, sucking mouthparts. Hemipterous PSM with paired elongate mandibular and maxillary stylets enclosed in a long proboscis formed by labia. For example, bugs. Anopluran piercing sucking mouthpart with 3 superimposed stylets, dorsal maxillary, middle hypopharyngeal and ventral labial enclosed in a stylet sac. Biting lice. Mosquito piercer with paired elongate mandibular, maxillary and single lateral and hypopharyngeal stylets besides a long labial proboscis. For example, female Anopheles. Then horsefly piercer. Similar to mosquito subtype, but stylets are bladder-like flattened structures. Horsefly, tabanus. Then muscoid piercer with epipharyngeal, labral and hypopharyngeal stylets and piercing labial proboscis. Then Siphonopterus piercer with a pair of maxillary lacineal stylets and an epipharyngeal style. Then sponging mouthparts with a long labial proboscis and labrum hypopharynx, housefly musca. Then siphonous mouthparts with a long coiled tube formed from opposite galli, butterfly smooths. Then lapping mouthparts with a long lapping tongue like glossa and lateral labial and maxillary palps and galli, honeybees apis. Then filter feeding mouthparts, mosquito larvae. Which are the types? Chewing, biting mouthparts, rasping, sucking type, piercing, sucking mouthparts, sponging mouthparts, siphoning mouthparts, lapping mouthparts, filter feeding mouthparts. Then the thorax. It is basically a 3-segmented middle region of the body. It is especially developed as a locomotory apparatus consisting 3 pairs of legs as the lateral appendages of each segment and 2 pairs of membranous wings as the lateral integumentary folds of the meso and metathoracic segments. And the legs are typically in their organization and are greatly modified to serve various types of locomotions. The insect leg is typically composed of 6 segments and are anterior-posteriorly called as the coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, tarsus, and pretarsus or foot, with a pair of lateral claws and a median muscular pad, the aeroleum. Various types of legs are given below. Ambulacral, walking legs. Cursorial, running legs. Saltatorial, leaping or jumping legs. Then natatorial, swimming legs. Clasporial, clinging clasping legs. Raptorial, prehensile legs. Fossorial, digging legs. Then corbiculate in the sense pollen collecting legs. Corbiculate. The tarsus is divided into 1 to 6 segments and it is therefore of great taxonomic significance. The abdominal legs of larvae caterpillars are called the prolegs, which are hollow and unsegmented lateral extensions of the integument. Prolegs. Corbiculate in the sense pollen collecting legs. Corbiculate. In the wings, the insects are the only invertebrates possessing the wings, pterygota, and because of this virtue, they are adapted to the aerial life, except pterygoids and some parasitic insects, lice, fleas, bugs, termites, ants, etc. All other insects possess two pairs of wings, one attached to mesothorax, forewings, and another to metathorax, hind wings. Diptera and male coccids possess only a single pair of wings, forewings, and the hind wings are modified into thread-like structures, the halters. So forewings of some insects are modified into thick leathery structures, the tegmina, Orthoptera, Dictyoptera, Phasmida, or into hard horny covers, the Elytra, Coleoptera, while in some insects only the basal region of forewings is modified into elytra and the wings are called hemielytra. Heteroptera. Wings are invaded by the longitudinal and cross veins, forming a complex venation, and it is species specific and therefore of a great taxonomic significance. The common longitudinal and cross veins are given below. Longitudinal veins: costa, subcosta, radius, media, cubitus, postcubitus, anal, venal, jugal. Cross veins: humoral, costal, radial, sectoral, radiomedial, intermedial, mediocubital, intercubital, cubitoanal, interanal. The abdomen, it is 12 segmented, large elongated part of body, while in columbola it is 6 segmented. Segments are secondarily reduced in large number of insects. The 11th segment bears a pair of cerci and the 12th segment is modified into the paraprocts. Adult insects possess female genitalia on 10th and 11th. The pregenital segments are devoid of appendages in large number of insects but occur in Pterygota and larvae of some Neuroptera, Epimeroptera, Lepidoptera, etc. External female genitalia is represented by the long tubula oviposita, while male genitalia by the median phallus, aedagus, and claspers or periphallic organs. There are paired penis in Epimeroptera and Dermaptera, while a lobular or tubular single intromittent organ in other insects. It may be segmented and complex structure pertaining taxonomic significance. In Odonata, secondary copulatory apparatus is developed on the second and third abdominal sterna and serves as a major taxonomic tool in classification. The postgenital appendages are represented by a pair of cerci associated with the segment in Pterygota, hemimetabola, except hemiptera, and in Mecoptera and Symphyta. The tracheal system, it is composed of external segmental spiracles and internal network of tracheae. The tracheal system varies among insects owing a great taxonomic significance. It is classified into the following types: polyneustic, open tracheal system with metathoracic and 8 abdominal pairs of spiracles. Holoneustic with all 10 pairs of functional spiracles. Hemimetabola. Hemineustic. These are about the tracheal system. Hemineustic, only mesothoracic and first 7 abdominal spiracles are functional. Larvae. Perineustic, only 9 pairs of spiracles are functional and metathoracic one is non-functional. Larvae of Neuroptera, Lepidoptera, etc. Then oligoneustic. Partially open tracheal system, amphineustic, only first thoracic and last abdominal spiracles are functional, dipteran larvae. Metaneustic, only last abdominal pair of spiracles are functional, first instar dipteran larvae. Then proneustic, only mesothoracic spiracles are functional, dipteran pupae. Apneustic, closed tracheal system, aquatic and endoparasitic larvae. Hyponeustic, degenerated tracheal system, Malophaga, Syphangulata, coccyx, Columbola. Hyperneustic, more than 10 pairs of spiracles. The aquatic respiratory organs, they are evolved variably. Abdominal gills, caudal gills, rectal gills, spiracular gills, blood gills and plastron etc. are species specific in their structure and are of taxonomic significance. Abdominal gills, nymphs of Plecoptera, Zygoptera and Trichopteran larvae. Caudal gills, nymphs of Zygoptera. Rectal gills, nymphs of Anisoptera. Spiracular gills, Cephenoids beetle and Tipulid, Simulid larvae. Then blood gills, Trichopteran and Chironomus larvae. Plastron, aquatic beetles, bugs, eggs, etc. The sensory organs, they are widely evolved. The visual organs, eyes are of three types. Ocelli, one dorsal and two lateral, nymphs and adult insects. Stemata, lateral groups of Omatidia in holometabolous larvae. And compound eyes composed of large number of Omatidia in large number of insects. The mechanoreceptors include trichoid sensilla on antennae, tarsi, tibia and cerci. Then campaniform sensilla at wing base, halters, cerci, palps and legs. Then chordotonal organs are developed as intravisceral mechanoreceptors and are of two types, integumental and subintegumental. Some chordotonal organs are modified into following structures. Johnston's organ in pedicel of antennae and act as aerial or aquatic indicators. Subgenual organs are located in proximal part of tibia of legs and are highly developed in Odonata, Dictyoptera and Orthoptera and respond to substratum vibrations and airborne sounds. Then tympanal organs are of integumental and subintegumental types. They are found on various structures, forelegs, first abdominal segment, second abdominal segment, etc. They are the auditory organs of insects. The chemoreceptors, gustatory and olfactory types, are well developed in insects. They are represented by four types of sensilla: Sensilla trichoidea, Sensilla basiconica, Sensilla coleoconica, and Sensilla placoidea. The effector organs are of two types and well developed in a large number of insects. The sound producing organs include stridulatory apparatus consisting of file with a series of ridges and a spine like a scraper. Movement of scraper over file causes the membrane to which file is attached to vibrate so that a sound is produced. Orthoptera, Heteroptera, Coleoptera, elytral apparatus is present in Grilloidea and Tetigonioidea and femoroelytral apparatus in Acridoidea. Then timbal, on dorsolateral region of the first abdominal segment in the males in Cicada, Platypleura, etc. A membranous timbal is encircled by a thick cuticular ring and striated by dorsoventral ribs, while externally protected by a thick cuticular covering and internally attached with a fibrillar timbal muscle and backed by an air sac which communicates outside via metathoracic spiracles. Sound is produced with contraction of a timbal muscle causing pulling of the timbal. Then epipharynx in the mouth. Echioneuronata. Air is sucked through proboscis which causes vibration of epipharynx and a sound is produced. And the light producing organs are developed from ventral fat body of Columbola, dipteran larvae, some bugs and coleopteran fireflies. Light is produced due to oxidation of luciferin by an enzyme luciferase. Metamorphosis is vigorous in the holometabola, showing various types of larvae and pupae. Larvae are of various types. Eruciform larvae, polypodous with abdominal prolegs, Lepidoptera, Mecoptera, Symphyta. Campodiform larvae, oligopodous without abdominal prolegs, Neuroptera, Trichoptera, Coleoptera. When abdomen is curved, less sclerotized, sluggish, short-legged, then they are called scarabiform larvae or grubs. Scarabidae, maggots or apodous without legs. Encephalus, hemicephalus or acephalus larvae found in Diptera. Then pupae with the appendages free from body are called exarate pupae. While if appendages are glued to body, object pupae. When articulated mandibles are present, adactious pupae. Dactylous pupae are always exarate. Neuroptera, Trichoptera, some Lepidoptera. Adacticus pupae may be exarate. Cyclohorapha, Siphonaptera, Coleoptera, Hymenoptera or obtect. If adactous exarate pupae are enclosed in a cocoon or puparium are called the co-araxate pupae. Prepupa is the kiss and last instar larval stage undergoing pupation.